on? This is Metroid Gamer here. Welcome to episode 15 of Metroid Prime 1 of the Metroid Prime trilogy. In the last episode, we just crossed to the beautiful ambience of the crash-powered frigate. In this episode, we're going to see what lies ahead of us. See what other goodies are in store right now. Because, believe it or not, this is actually the very last area. And it is freaking scary. And by the way, those things are called mega turrets. Those are not the regular defense turrets that we've seen. However, I think the only difference between these and the regular turrets is they take 3 hits instead of 2. That, and I think they do a little bit more damage against you, so yeah. But anyways, in this episode, we're mostly going to be trying to see if we can get as many, missiles expansions, as many energy tanks as possible. So, yeah. Right now we are missing one more beam. We're also missing the grapple beam. And I think one more suit. So that's 3 basic upgrades that we kind of need right now. The rest that are needed for 100%, such as 255 missiles, we will be working on that this episode. So I'll kind of try and do them as I go. But anyways, you can see right here, there's a little crane here. And I actually want to play around it just a little bit, because there's actually something that we can get from this area right here. Now, I remember mentioning the other episode that this area is pretty scary. This area is no joke. Like, the difficulty curve is unbelievable. And also, they're saying that there's a conduit nearby, so it means that we need to put on our thermal visor so we can see where that conduit is at. Let's go ahead and power that up. And there we go. See, now the crane is powered up, so that means we can... Now, it only switches to 2 different spots. It's that spot that goes all the way to the door over there, and there's a different spot which is where I want it to go. Because, watch. We get another missile expansion. Well, it's to be expected because I am missing like 145 missiles right now, so I am not too surprised that we're going to be encountering a whole bunch of missile expansions. We have to go for 100%, guys. We gotta go for 100% items, 100% scans. And oh my goodness, we'll make it happen, guys. Don't worry. So, anyways, I just dropped down there. I actually kind of wanted to scan something real quick after that, because when we reorient the crane, it actually I don't know what it is, but when we reorient it, you know how I just scanned the little grapple hook? And it didn't actually record to logbook. Well, if we reorient the crane right now and scan it, it actually will log into the research book. So that's what I want to do right now. I want to go ahead and get that into my logbook. See, record the logbook. So now you can go ahead and record to logbook all the grapple points and everything. So, and there is someone shooting at me. There he is. Now, it's not like this area is hard. I mean, the difficulty curve is still unbelievable, but it's not like hard. It's just, it surprises you because you're so used to, like a very mellow kind of gameplay. Here it's definitely a lot more stressful, a lot more invigorating, I guess. So, but I have good tricks on how to get through this area without taking too much damage. Although I'll admit, in my first practice run here, I actually did lose all tanks of my health. And I went all the way down to like 40 health when I reached the first mini boss here. But I have a trick. Right here we have the Shadow Pirates. So So you want to go ahead and put on your thermal visor and go ahead and just walk through here like no problem. You already scanned these guys, so you do not need to scan them again. So let's go ahead and get rid of them. And your ice beam and your wave beam are probably the best beams that you have right now. So not that you want to, you know, to save your missiles or anything, but believe it or not, we actually encounter different enemies here. You know, like how we just faced the regular pirates, right? It's those pirate sentients. Yeah, here it's a little bit different. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and change to wave beam just for that, because I do know what's going to come up next. Like, look at these pirates. What do you notice different about them? They're purple. They look different. Now, these enemies actually, yeah, they're called the wave troopers. If I can scan them. So, anyways, these guys are called wave troopers, so that means that they're weak to wave beam. And it's really not that bad, just, you know, consistently shoot charge beam at them so that way they'll stay stunned and you won't take any damage, or at least not too much damage. See, like right now I only lost 2 tanks of health. I still got 7 tanks of health right now. Or at least, yeah, 8 tanks of health. I forgot I have 10 tanks of health for max. I didn't know that. I forgot about that. So, anyways, I'll go ahead and destroy all these wave troopers. And like I said, this is only like the first segment. It's not like it's, you know, horrible, you know what I mean? Access denied. Now, I believe that I might have missed a little bendezium spot that I could scan, like this one right here. Bendezium, yeah, those require the power bombs, which you'll actually get real soon. So, yeah, I know, spoiler, but I think at this point, people who are watching this probably have already played this game before, maybe. And it's like, there's not really too much else to show. So, I'm only missing like 4 things right now. Yeah, sorry about that. I meant 4 things, not 3 things. I'm missing 1 more Morph Ball expansion. And, you know, the grapple beam, the plasma beam, and the phasing suit, which will probably get last. And also like 2 missile beam combo beams, like the one for ice, the one for plasma beam, which I probably won't get for a while, because like I said, there's going to be like episodes where I'm going to do a lot of backtracking. I'll probably dedicate those episodes to that. I mean, in this segment I'll probably do, you know, a little bit of backtracking so that I could save some time, you know, from doing that. Anyways, and yeah, there's gonna be a lot of pirate data that you can scan here. And also that little glass thing right here in the center. Yeah, this would be very, very important to go backtrack to, even when you're not going 100%. I'll show you why. So it's made of bendezium, so remember this area, we need to go back to it later. It's very, very important, especially when you want to complete this game. So let's see. No, there's more wave troopers. There's one going this way, there's one going the other way, so that's no problem. Just shoot consistent charge beams at it. Yeah, these troopers actually aren't that bad. They're really not that bad. Once you get good at timing your charge shots, they're not too bad. They're actually a little bit on the easy side. At least for me at this point. Now let's go ahead and scan all of these. Security alert, all stations. Platform systems are active. Now, the next one is going to be different. The next one will actually require power beam. I think it's called a power trooper. Yep. See him? He is right there. And I do not want to fall. Alright. Die! Get out of here! I actually think those are probably the easiest of the troopers, because you can just shoot basically a super missile at it, and you only use like 5 missiles. Whereas those wave troopers, I mean, you could use the wave buster, but honestly, I don't want to like bother too much with that. Now this thing right here, this is called the Great Pulse Beam, and right here we actually have our little spinner where we can actually reorient the Great Pulse Beam. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blast that door because that's what I want to go ahead and blow up. This is required to complete the game, that door right there. But if you're going to be going for 100%, you want to go ahead and do this. You want to go ahead and go all the way to where it faces the left side. Because right there, we'll have the missile expansion. Boom! There we go. So now, right now, we have 120 missiles. So, we're almost halfway there, guys. We're almost halfway getting through the missiles, right? Right? Oh, man. It's gonna be... There are 255 missiles, guys. It's not really halfway until you get around 125 or 130. So... But I guess it's safe to say that we are about halfway there right now. And I'm taking too much damage from these guys. So do not have any shame at all at shooting super missiles at these guys, because you do not want to take too much damage at this point. And remember when I said at the beginning of the game, like, you know, how it's very important to get as many, like, you know, energy tanks as possible, so that way it makes it easier for you. Yeah, this is an example. Like, right now you should have like around 7 or 8 energy tanks, so that way, you know, you'll be okay. Unless if you're like an absolute pro of this game, which I would love to see. I would love to see, you know, someone do like a no tank run of this on veteran mode. It would just be ridiculous. I would be just absolutely awestruck. I would be like, bro, why aren't you at Awesome Games Done Quick? Holy shit, dude. But anyways, you know, at first this puzzle is gonna seem kind of tricky, but all you really need to know is, like, you know, just work from top to bottom. That's all you need to know. Just work from top to bottom as much as you can, so that way it saves you time, you know, from backtracking so much on this thing. Now I believe that should be the right spot to put the red side. Yep. And there we go. Now we won't actually be able to get on the 3rd floor of this little area until we get what we need. Like, I'll show you what I mean after I defeat this wave trooper. But anyways, right here is actually Bendesium. So it means we need a power bomb to get here. So I'm pretty sure you guys can guess where we're going to get real soon, because we see Bendesium everywhere here. It's like ridiculous. Now right here, I usually just kind of roll down there. Like, it's really hard for me to like not get hit by this little scatter bamboo. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, unless if you're like really low on health. But all I can say is, like, you know, just try not to get hit too many times, and do not like fall from there, because I believe you do take a little bit of damage when you fall from great heights. And also, these little crates right here, I actually have a little trick on how to, you know, get what you want from them. Don't stand close to them, because they will blow up on you, and all that energy health that you pick up from there will be all for naught, because you will take recoil damage from all those explosives if you're too close to them. Now, I do not know if these are shadow pirates or not. I think they're not, but I decided to do it anyway just for good practice. So yeah. Shipment and military grade. And like I said, there's going to be a whole lot of pirate data, so you want to scan all of them here if you're going for 100% scans. And we do have a new enemy right here. And he's actually pretty badass. He's actually one of my favorite enemies. He's the elite pirate. Phazon enhanced. So basically, he's the space pirate on steroids. He's basically on roids. He'll take about, yeah, he'll take 3 super missiles. So you might as well just go ahead and use your super missiles on him. Since, especially right now, since we have 120 missiles right now. So let's go ahead and just whack him. And he's dead. Now, it's actually the easiest of those elite pirate enemies, since he only takes 3 super missiles. So let's go ahead and get all of the scans here. And I believe that this guy is Ice. Yeah, he is the Ice Trooper. If I can find him, stop hiding from me, bro. What are you scaring me for? I only got 3 tanks of health. Come on now. But yeah, the ice and the weight beam guys are actually not that bad because you can stun them or freeze them. So it's very, very useful to have, you know, these beams on you so early. I mean, you need them, but you know, it's very nice to just have those enemies. I think the plasma enemies are actually the hardest of them because you can't stun them. You know, you can only use, you know, your charge plasma beam shots at them, and they'll still be shooting at you because obviously they're not stunned. And I believe that's the last of those ice troopers. And he is dead. Let's go ahead and scan all of this. Yeah, this area is a little bit long, so I'm trying to go through this as fast as possible. And if it's like too long, like, you know, between, you know, save stations, I can always split it into 2 parts anyway, so. But I think in this case, I don't think I really need to do that. I try not to make my videos like more than 25 minutes long. Unless you guys want to have, you know, 30-minute videos, I could do that, but like I said, I plan on posting videos every day, and of course, you know, I try to treat it like a TV episode kind of, and usually TV episodes are more like around 20 minutes. So that's usually what I try to aim for, even though there's like exceptions. Now I think I got all the scans there. If I don't, I can always double check, so it's all good. And this area. Now this area will be toxic, so you do not want to, if you end up getting lost here, just watch my video, you know, so that way you don't take too much damage from poison. So, and by the way, those puffers aren't anything special, they're just called puffers, so you don't need to scan them. And from all the Metroids. And like I said, this area is kind of long. That's probably the reason why people, you know, kind of dread doing the phase and mines, just because, you know, it's such a long area and it's easy to die. Like right now, I already lost 8 tanks in my health. That's how difficult this area is. Although in my second practice run, I think I only lost 5. I don't know what it is about this run. I think it's probably because I'm doing commentaries. It really does, you know, feel different, you know, commentating while playing at the same time, because you have to focus on 2 things at once. Even though for me it's kind of like playing the piano, like you have to, you know, practice using your left hand first, and afterwards, you know, incorporate your right hand into it. So that's usually what they do, you know, when they play the piano. And I probably should have, you know, stayed up there and just shoot these guys from far, but I fell, so I kind of have to, you know, take the bullet. And I believe that is all the space parts for this area. But yeah, the difficulty curve in this area is incredible, especially on veteran difficulty. Like I said, right now I already lost 9 tanks of health. Maybe my gameplay hasn't been, you know, that great, but you need to think about it. Like even without the you know, the commentary, your first time playing through this area and you're going for 100%, like you could easily die here, like at least twice. It's actually kind of hard. Now let's go ahead and scan all this real quick. Alright, let's double check. Make sure I got everything. Put on my ice beam. And I believe that this is the last little segment before the mini boss. The mini boss you actually cannot scan because he's invisible. Yeah, this boss is invisible. You want to go ahead and use the wave beam, and yes, guys, I have kept my promise. You want to know why? Because I am showing off the wave buster right now. But yes, the wave buster is awesome against this boss, this mini boss, and it's actually a cloaked sentry drone, and you cannot scan him. You can't scan it, which is stupid, but you know, don't worry about scanning him because he is invisible and you cannot scan him anyway. Could I scan that little power bomb thing or no? Oh, I can. But anyways, that is the power bomb. And I am taking damage from all this shit. Anyways, we got a little maze right here that we kind of need to go through right now. And I'm taking way too much damage. Yeah, when I actually had 40 health here, like, I was freaking out. Because I did not know how much damage I take from all these, you know, boundaries here. I think I'm going the wrong way. Let's go ahead and go to the right. Ow. See, like right now, I need to focus. I apologize if I sound kind of grumpy right now. It's because it's a little stressful right now. Oh my goodness. Oh man. I need to take my time, guys. I can't. I need to focus. Can't take any damage. Yeah, and what it looks like to be a puddle, you just go ahead and power, and just go ahead and use a morpho bomb. And here we have the power bomb, guys. We made it. We did it. We have got the power bomb. And holy crap, it's 25 minutes. So, I don't know, I might decide to split this one, maybe. Maybe not. I'll probably post the whole thing, why not? Anyways, we just got in the power bomb, guys, and in the next episode we're going to see what we can do about those little Bendesium material that we just saw. So I will see you guys next episode of Metroid Prime Trilogy.